From the bowels of Wareham Stadium rise two UPSL soccer teams ready to do battle in the heart of Herkimer, New York. As the winds, rain, and fog ascend over the campus of HCCC, we bring to you the battle between Upstate United and your United Elite Krajisnik Football Club. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. I am your host, Greg Fanning, for our United Elite Krajisnik YouTube Broadcasting Network. The United Elite Krajisnik Football Club premier team comes in tonight after dropping their home opener versus the New York Shock. They came in and shocked us, that's for sure, winning that game 3-2 and giving Krajisnik their very first loss of the season, sitting at 4-1, 4 wins and 1 loss on the season. Let's see how things go moving forward. They're in first place in the division right now, tied with Onlima FC out of New York City. And Upstate United is down towards the lower part of the bracket right now with their standings. But if they come away from a win tonight, now we've got a huge battle for first place and for control of the division as we move forward. So as they are wrapping up some of the opening festivities here in the rain and the wind, we're going to step away for a couple of seconds here and take care of a little housekeeping stuff. But stick with us, folks, because when we come back, it's kickoff where Upstate United comes in and battles against your United Elite Krajisnik Football Club. Good evening and welcome to Wareham Stadium, home of the Herkimer Generals at HCCC, where we are proud to present the match between the visiting Upstate United and your United Elite Krajisnik Football Club. The following are your starting lineups for the visiting Upstate United, led by Abu Belidi, Kevin Barbosa, Yaya Danzo, Osmani Dombia, Ben Deckerly, Nicholson Fontilis, Amani Gasori, Juan Herrera, Abrinio Itty, Joseph Kearsley, Kyle Partington, and Rafael Smaja. And now let's make some noise for your United Elite Krajisnik Football Club, led by Tarek Mekic, Juan Alave, Adeline Bullet Bolshik, Dragan Spekkovic, Gordy Gerson, Jorge Lozada, Bakir Omesevic, Ricky Orozco, Max Polofsky, Danielson Soli Munoz, Riley Early, and in the pipes, Andrew Taylor. Please all rise and remove your caps as we present our national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Wareham Stadium in Herkimer, New York, on the campus of HCCC, Herkimer County Community College. As we get ready for kickoff, Upstate United coming into town against your United League Krajisnik Football Club. Krajisnik dropped their home opener here middle of last week, and fell to New York Shockers 3-2, and that was their first loss of the season. This team has been showing dominance for the other 4 games that they came through and won. So right now, everybody has had 5 games, and as we get into this game, pitch points for tonight. Are we going to be able to weather the storm? And yes, that is spelled correctly, W-E-A-T-H-E-R. The weather here has been absolutely disastrous over the last 24 hours. Rain, driving rain, high winds. It has been miserable on that pitch. So we're going to have to see how they adapt to that, because that wind is going to change the trajectory of that ball without any issues at all. Then the Ricky Orozco, Gordy Gerson combination, both of them in the starting lineup tonight. Are those two going to be able to work together and generate some scoring opportunities? Is that going to be a winning combination for this team? And do they come back and get back to their winning ways and keep their first place position open? We have a collision at midfield as we just get going. Looked like a knee-to-knee. So right now the Krajisnik player is trying to run it off. Looks like he's going to be okay, but you extend that leg out and you connect knee-to-knee, and that's typically not good. That's bad juju, we'll call that. So as we're getting underway, ball up into Krajisnik offensive zone, and Krajisnik seems to be attacking with some ferocity here as we get started. Another Upstate player goes down as Gordy Gerson tries to put a shot on goal. He is bundled up for the weather, that is for sure. People know the name Gordy Gerson from UCFC and also from the coaching staff for M2. So Gordy is well known. Nice shot on goal coming from the top end from our midfielder line. So Gordy getting into it. He's having a conversation with the referee. He was tripped in the box while trying to make a play for the ball. Goaltender right now is standing outside of the 18 box, trying to determine whether or not there is a free kick or what the situation is here. Goaltender gets possession of the ball there. Dragan on the near side, number 8, filling space. And Adeline is working on that side as well. Bakir playing a center back position on the near side. So here comes Dragan, ever so dangerous with the ball. Passes off to the side. Looking for that cross, back to Dragan. Cross comes in. Goaltender with an easy save. Dragan playing really hard at the beginning of this game. Gordy playing high as well. They have 4. Krajisnik has 4 up top right now. Trying to get up early. Riley Uri is also on that front line, waiting for the ball. Gordy coming back to assess. Ricky Orozco applying pressure This is how Krajisnik has to come out. Great defensive play. Great defensive play coming out from the center defensive line. So Wareham Stadium has been a very, very popular place today. United League Krajisnik Football Club, UPSL Academy teams of U15 and U17 levels played here this morning. Plus there were some practices and things, and it's been a very, very busy place. The only issue is not a second of the festivities here were without rain. So Upstate United just rifle the ball right past Andrew Taylor and take the early 1-0 lead. Certainly not what Krajisnik wanted coming into this game today, where they need to keep their first place ways about them. Riley Uri, kickoff to Gordy Gerson. And as quick as Krajisnik is playing right now, attacking for Uri, over to Gerson. Gerson down again, but playing the ball. Referee's telling him just to get up. Gordy's arguing with everybody. Here comes Juan Alave. Back to Juan. Ricky calling for it. Juan just carrying him through. Ball to the center. Dragan was right there. Gordy was right there. They were waiting for it. Hit from behind. So Bakir gets hit from behind, and a free hit or a free kick for Krajisnik coming up. So Krajisnik kind of needs to answer really quickly here. Looks like Gordy is going to potentially take this free kick. Adeline is playing wide inside that yellow box there. Gerson lays one in. Header goes in the opposite direction, and now Upstate United is on their horse. And they are quick. So what appears to be a deliberate delay of game, launching that ball over the fence. The referee gives him a warning. Max with the throw in. And tempers are starting to flare already, and we're only 6 minutes into this game. Lots of arguing going on. Coaching staffs are starting to get heated as well. So that's typically, if you walk up on a ball after it has been paced off, that's a yellow card. The referee did not issue that yellow card. So it was regular play. Juan took the ball down into the bottom, lost control, but made sure that he made his presence known against the Upstate United player on the back corner. So the goaltender plays the ball out, playing short, long pass down through the middle of the field. Pressure by Ricky Orozco. Adeline. Denison passes ball into the middle, intercepted by Upstate. Jorge Lozada coming back through. Now the ball gets to Ricky Orozco. And Krajisnik kind of calming things down a little bit, but Upstate is showing their speed and applying their pressure. Very early in this match. Max cutting that pass off, coming out wide to Dragan. Dragan back to Ricky. Over to Juan. Riley lifts one in, but Gordy out of position, not able to get to that ball. The wind is really going to wreak havoc on this game, just like it did in the youth games earlier today. Ball gets up in the air, and the wind just knocks it right down. It's a very stiff wind, and the rain's no fun either. So, you know, these guys play in all kinds of different elements. Ball over to Dragan. Oh, Dragan taken down hard. Itty for Upstate, taking Dragan out. Never even attempted to make a play on the ball. Just took Dragan right down. This is turning into a very physical beginning to this match. So Gordy lining it up. Krajisnik overloading the backside of the box. Oh, and a quick squibbler. Good thought from Gordy. Good opportunity. Really hard to cash in on. Gordy there again. Cutting cross, carrying the ball, looking for the cross. Here comes Ricky. Staying right with the Upstate players. Oh, Max quickly throws the ball back into play. Here comes Ricky scanning the field. Cuts down to Dragan. Dragan with the speed. Hard pass to Riley. Wanalave working hard in the middle of the field. Here comes Dragan again. Opposite side. Here comes Juan, and Juan makes the defensive play. Hits the player, no call. Dragan kicked by one of the Upstate players. This is getting really chippy. Here comes Juan. Ball behind Riley early. Gordy made an attempt to try and get that one just a tad bit too high. So as we hit 12 minutes, approaching 12 minutes in this opening half of match play between Krajisnik and Upstate United. Upstate United with the early opening goal. Krajisnik applying all kinds of pressure. Gordy keeps getting knocked down, and now he's holding the back of his hamstring. Upstate with the through ball. Krajisnik calling for an offsides call. Great slide tackle defensive play by Wanalave. And Krajisnik gets ready for a throw-in down in the corner. Gordy seems to be up and doing okay.
Sometimes they don't see the thing, but you outside can see. That's what I know he's quiet. That's his style.
High arcing throw-in. Ball comes out to Riley. Riley gets sandwiched. Here comes Dragan. Gordy has it. Dragan's there for him for support. Gordy's still there. No look pass. Here comes Riley. Riley scored the opening goal in the game against New York. Ball comes through on a cross and goes out, so we have a corner kick for Krajisnik. And right now, as we look at the standings, 5 games played for everybody in the division, the 6 teams that participate in the Western New York East division. Ball comes in. Gordy's right there. Ball goes out of bounds. Goal kick for Upstate. Krajisnik still in first place, basically because of a tie with points, But Amlima FC is still they're 4-0-1 as well, wins, draws, losses. So Krajisnik really needs to step up in this game. Upstate United won their last game that they came out. They're 1-2-2. Wins, draws, and losses. Krajisnik called for offsides. Correction, called for a foul.
All right, just give it from the back. Start from the back.
Max makes a great play, gets control of that, gets in front of the ball. Here comes Ricky, feeding the ball outside wide. Back to Juan, give and go. Gordy's got control of the ball. And down he goes again. And now it's a blue throw. Jorge Lozada on the outside, playing hard, working hard, Dragan there. A lot of bodies flying around on the field. So the Greater Binghamton FC is playing against Amlima this evening. Greater Binghamton has not registered a victory this season so far, having a rough go at it. Amlima, as we have discussed, is tied with Krajisnik in first place. The same 4 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 12 points record for the beginning of this season, as Riley Early is battling in the middle of the field, takes a spill, loses control of the ball. Dragan filling space right now on the bottom end. Ricky Orozco pinching into the middle, and here comes one with some pressure. Jorge Lozada on the outside as well. Gordy directing traffic. Gordy and Dragan trying to work hard up at the top to generate some offensive opportunities. See who comes down with this 50-50 ball. Juan is right there. Jorge is there. And United comes out with the Upstate comes out with the ball, but you got high-end pressure right there. And now a through ball. Player is onside. Andy Taylor. Andrew making the play there, having it go wide. And it's a throw-in for Upstate United. So really, Krajisnik needs to come out of here with a victory, so that way they can keep their first place. Right now, they're having a little bit of a challenge in getting going here in this game, but game is still very young, coming in 18 and a half minutes. battling for the ball down in the bottom of the corner. Offensive end for Upstate United. They're going to redo the throw in from Adeline because of spacing on the, or positioning on the sideline. Here comes Dragan in the middle. Two players all tangled up. Rafael Smaja having a conversation with Dragan. Didn't look like the two of them were having a happy conversation, and rightfully so. Ricky moves the ball up. Now Dragan has it again. Beautiful through ball. Come down into the bottom corner looking for the cross. Has space and time. Rifles it off of an Upstate player. Header over to Gordy. Gordy with the bicycle kick, and it goes out of bounds for a goal kick. Krajisnik has had a couple of opportunities so far. Nicholson Fontillas, who is the goaltender for Upstate, has been able to handle everything pretty simply. Andrew Taylor, with the exception of the one goal, has been able to handle everything as well. Nothing real too fancy from Upstate. Upstate playing a highly physical power game. Long drive by the goaltender. Lazada called for a foul. Short pass out for Upstate. Krajisnik looking to attack on the defensive end. Here comes Dragan again. Oh no, that's Riley. My apologies to Riley. That's Riley out on the outside line. Almost gets tripped up by Upstate. Ricky Orozco coming through, passing the ball out wide. Carried up by the defensive end. Outside halfback bringing that ball out, and unfortunately could not connect on the through ball to Adeline. Krajisnik is playing very close to the near sideline to the press box. Not many people over on the far end, so they have to be careful that they don't, Upstate doesn't switch. High switch and crossing of the field. Max is able to handle that. Max making a run deep on the other side after a wrap. Riley's right there. Max comes down, is not able to get to that ball, and Riley is quick, but he's not going to catch that one. Ball comes in. Max takes a header. Now a blue throw in. Max is going to take that on the far side. Riley getting shoved from behind, playing the ball. These Upstate players certainly do play the body before they play the ball. That's a certainty.
One shot. How about you slipping?
Another opportunity for Krajisnik to take a throw in. And now Upstate has the next possession of the ball. Rafael Smaja, number 30 for Upstate, seems to be the instigator and the go-to player right now for Upstate United. So Krajisnik is going to have to find an answer for him. Very tall player, and he seems to be in absolutely everything. Here comes Gordy. Chip over to Ricky. Look, Orozco. And it looks like we are going to have the first card of the evening. United presented with a yellow. Free kick from the top. Krajisnik figuring out who's going to take the shot here. So Dragan is lining up over the ball. Ricky Orozco to his left. The rest of the Krajisnik group of position players are up on the 18 or getting into the 18 box. 2 defenders on the backside, primary, secondary defense. They drive it right into the wall of players for Upstate. Upstate clears the ball down. There's a foul on the far side. Adeline taking out the Upstate player, who is still down. And we see this a lot in the men's game versus the women's game. The women played here. UPSL women's team for Krajisnik played here last night with a authoritative victory. And we see a lot more of collapses and trying to get fouls and free kicks and things from the men's game. More of a power game than the ladies. The ladies are technical and strategic, just a little more. So the men's team is trying to do what the women's team did last night in an avenge a loss here at Wareham Stadium. And so far, Krajisnik has been able to control the ball for the most part, but they just haven't been able to cash one in yet, and it's only a matter of time with the way that Krajisnik is playing right now.
There you go. Thank you, Calvin. Because of he's playing with like he won the ball more, so if you touch the ball, it's so soft.
Threw ball over to Dragan. Dragan didn't have a good touch on that, lost control of the ball. Ricky Orozco filling in, intercepts. Here comes Riley. Riley out to Dragan. Dragan looking for that 1-2 or a cross. Ricky Orozco being right there, calling for the ball. Looked a little upset that he didn't get it, but there wasn't any pressure on Dragan. Max using his head quite a bit tonight. Danielson in the back, feeding the ball through the middle. Ball comes back to Juan. Back to Danielson.
Come on, let's push. Come on, guys, this is so deep. So who's stepping? Who's stepping? They won't do it long.
Ricky Orozco coming up through the middle. Quick feet. Riley's there. Ball went right under his foot onto Upstate. Ball goes out. Danielson going to retrieve the ball. He'll probably take the throw in, him or Max on that far side. So Danielson does the fake, draws the players from Upstate, and now Max plays short. Danielson plays back. And we have Bakir holding the ball, waiting for Krajisnik to open up. Back to Danielson, trying to attack that side. To Max. Max has 3 around him. Max has to make a decision here. Gordy. Oh, it's a blue throw. So it's a Krajisnik throw. Upstate United bench is going nuts over the call.
They still be kicking the ball away. They need to stop kicking the ball away. You want to waste the yellow card, hurt somebody ankle, then you get a yellow card. Then you know that.
Gordy with a nice 1-2 opportunity for Max, just a little bit too hard. Max wasn't able to get there. So just like against the Shockers, Krajisnik needs to start connecting those passes. They had a difficult time in their home opener, hitting to feet, controlling the possession of the ball, as Ricky Orozco is taken out in the middle of the field. Good pressure. Ricky's coming back. Ricky got in the middle of that pass. Flip into the offensive end, and United can't do anything with it. They end up getting a Krajisnik gets a goal kick out of that play. Adeline coming back and helping on that defensive side as well, playing short on this near side. Bakir up, trying to hit that long pass, and United is just way too quick for that. Dragan going short. Wanalave is there. Another pass into Gordy. Gordy's got 3 people there. Foul is called against Upstate New York United. Krajisnik tried to go quickly there. Referee's calling the ball back. Wanted to wait for his approval or his whistle.
One, drag back. One, just drag back.
And now the Upstate player is being told to back up to the 10 paces. Pass goes short. Max is coming up. Tries to cross that ball. Puts it right through an Upstate player. Ball goes up and over the fence. Tale of today.
You gotta look at your man on the wide. Keep saying you got two. Who? The guy with the ball is not gonna pass himself the ball. I don't know why you say you got two. Yeah, you say you got two. No, you don't. The guy with the ball is not gonna pass himself the ball. He's gonna find somebody to
United bringing the ball up. Good defense. Looked like Wanalave sacrificing his body in front of that, doing it again on the outside of that defensive end with Max playing so high. They're pretty close. So Gerson flipping in. Riley. Oh, he had the open player. Gerson too far ahead. He had the opportunity to hit either Gerson or another player on the outside beside him on to his right, and he never made the pass. They lost the scoring opportunity. Riley being held up. Dragan getting on the ball. Back to Gerson. Over to Ricky Orozco. There's one. Gerson getting pushed. Oh, they're breaking through. Oh, where are we? Great scoring opportunity. Gerson shoved to the ground again for the 3rd time in the box. Absolutely no call. And now there's going to be a call outside of the box. So we see the play here. Ball. Alave to Gerson.
But he's letting the guy settle on the ball. Like, he let the guy settle on the ball.
And then Gerson has it again, and down from behind. He got shoved from behind in the box. That should have been a penalty kick. The ref never called it. That is textbook, absolute textbook foul.
Yeah, you saw him. Yeah, you go. But it's good like that. What's so much you're gonna do? It's just like the shit actually. So that's fake blood on his knee. Well, give me all time for that.
Gordy Gerson lining up. keeper for Upstate. Nicholson. Funtilis. Nicholson is in the back there directing traffic, shifting everybody around. Krajisnik splitting off, drives the ball in, great shot. Nobody home for Krajisnik to bury the rebound. There was a massive rebound in that box. But Krajisnik was not there to capitalize and put the ball in. Ricky Orozco was the closest player there. Wasn't able to capitalize. Ball comes all the way back, turns into a goal kick for Krajisnik Football Club. So Krajisnik is getting their opportunities. The ball is in open space in that box. Doesn't help that the referee left his foul cards and his yellow cards at home. But at the end of the day, you got to finish. And right now, they're not finishing. Great through ball coming down for Riley. Riley looking for a potential cross or assistance. Slips on that field. Field has been waterlogged all day. Riley coming across. Gerson not able to make the play because the ball never got there. Jorge Lozada playing wide on the outside. Adeline on this side. Goes back into the middle with Ricky Orozco. Adeline almost had that. Ball is still alive. Here comes Adeline playing hard. The referee on near side, he was hesitating like he had no idea, but he calls it for Krajisnik. Adeline with the quick throw in. Gerson being mugged down in the corner. And now it's a goal kick for Upstate United. So Nicholson, he picked up the ball, dropped it down, then picked it up again. Referee is going in to have a conversation with him. At this level, I don't think instruction and teaching should be administered to the goaltender. You should know what he's doing. This referee seems to be giving a lot of latitude on a lot of different things.
No. It's not fault.
And now he's giving them a third opportunity to try and figure out how to do a goal kick. So Gordy playing high. Long drive. Max with the header. More collisions. Kier. Back to Danielson. Danielson out wide. Max trying to bring that ball up off the pass from Lozada. Riley working hard on the outside. Krajisnik really needs to get the equalizer. Riley gets taken down. Free kick for Krajisnik. So as we hit the 37.5-minute mark, a lot of challenges for Krajisnik here. A lot of challenges getting that ball in to create scoring opportunities, many free kicks and things. Krajisnik just hasn't been able to put the equalizer in the net. And Upstate showcases a body-first mentality of playing the game versus ball-first. Goaltender comes in and went right to the goalie. So Krajisnik now is padding those statistics for the goaltender for Upstate. High punt. Both players miss. Bakir loses possession. Ricky Orozco right there. The ref called a foul on Ricky Orozco. coming back, playing D, getting in the way of that play. Didn't look like the referee on the linesman was going to go ahead and call anything until everybody in the stands for Upstate United lost their minds yelling and screaming about it. Joseph Kearsley crosses over the ball. No harm, no foul.
That was a bad pass. You didn't pass it to nobody.
Osmani, number 9 for Upstate, hit that free kick. Apparently, looks like he's going to go and take the corner. Apparently, it touched a blue player for Krajisnik, and a corner kick is awarded for Upstate. Ball coming in, no air on it, either by design or the wind taking that ball and knocking it down. Now we have another foul called, but this time Krajisnik ends up with a free kick coming out of the box. Looks like Andrew Taylor might take this free kick.
Doing the same thing. People just trying to throw and pass the ball. Don't just drop all the way. Look like
Wanalave playing wide down to Ricky Orozco. Great through ball.
There you go, man.
Oh,
yes. No.
slide tackle hits the player.
Oh, ball. Oh, my.
Adeline taken out on that slide tackle. As we look at this play again, Adeline going for the ball, coming down through, and never even touched the ball. Amani Gasori takes out Adeline. There was no question about it. There was no touch of the ball, and there was never even an attempt. It also came more from behind than laterally. I'm sure that there are conversations down on the field right now talking about Dragan is sitting there. I'm sure that he was having a conversation about whether or not it warranted a card.
One shot! Don't just back off!
Dragan with the side kick. Free kick coming through.
All of them backing up. One shot.
Pressure coming up from Riley. Long hit from Upstate. Ball comes out for Krajisnik. Bakir playing the ball back to Ricky Orozco. Back up to Max. Long clearing hit. Danielson right there. Wanalave on the sideline. Max making a play. Can't connect with one of the Krajisnik players. But Krajisnik playing in very tight quarters. Referee got in the way of that one, but no harm in that. Ricky Orozco gets the ball out wide. Dragan is right there. Here comes Adeline. Ball gets down to him after running a wrap. Saves the ball before it goes out of bounds, but Dragan is not ready. Krajisnik is pressing right now as we hit 42 minutes in the opening half with a 1-0 lead for Upstate United. Referee is running over to the Upstate United bench. And is issuing a yellow card to the coaching staff.
I told you. Didn't I tell you? You told me red. That's 7 seconds. I know him very well. It's almost orange now. See, Abu is coming.
Still waiting for play to come back through. So Krajisnik throw in. Bakir gets the ball in. Olave to Ricky Orozco, back to Olave, back to Adeline. Here comes Dragan, ball in the middle. Riley with the shot. Nobody in the box. Nobody in the box, and they're hitting shots that are way too easy for the goaltender from United. Here comes Ricky, knocked into from behind. Oh, and the Upstate player is livid over the call. Yaya Donzo throwing a fit in the middle of the field. Came from behind and administered the foul. Then got upset when he got called on it. Danielson up and Juan Lozada up on the outside, attacking that ball. Kyle Partington for Upstate United. About to take the throw in. Bicycle kick pass right to Juan Olave. Here comes Dragan. Great communication by Krajisnik. Olave down and crossing through. Upstate right in the middle of the field. The crosses are not connecting for Krajisnik at all. Adeline playing hard. Gets the ball up to Riley. Dragan was there, but he didn't see the pass. Dragan trying to get through two players, and here comes Gordy behind the goaltender. Gives him a little love tap for good measure. Low line drive kick. Danielson making the play, getting the ball up to his front line offensive players. Max goes up. Ricky Orozco. As we have hit the 45-minute mark, we're in bonus time right now. Far side line judge throws calls a foul, and as he calls the foul, the flag flies out of his hand. We're in bonus time right now. At least a couple of minutes. Referee calls off the 10 paces. Ball in. Saved by Upstate United, but Juan Olave gets an opportunity to take another corner.
Don't just stay into space. Be pointing. Mark somebody.
Juan with big kick coming through. Oh. Ball went off of Upstate, so Krajisnik receives another corner kick. Juan sprinting across. Going to play it short. Ball back in and cleared out by Upstate. Andrew Taylor right up at the top. Here comes Adeline. Krajisnik getting back. And that's halftime, folks. So at the 47-minute mark, we have halftime. Upstate United up 1-0 on an early goal. So Krajisnik really needs to try and understand what this Upstate United team is doing with everybody in the box. The crosses don't seem to be working tonight. Might have to change some strategies and things. Upstate United showcasing that they definitely know how to play the body. The question is whether or not they know how to play the ball. So we're 47 minutes into the game. We got about 15 minutes of halftime. We're going to come back with an interview with my good buddy Anel Pashatovic of Krajisnik Football Club. We're going to chit-chat some soccer and talk about some exciting news and exciting things happening with the club, as well as men's UPSL. So we're going to take a quick little break here, and then we will be right back. Greg Fanning for United League Krajisnik Football Club YouTube Broadcasting. We will be right back. Real estate sales and purchases are the most important transactions of your life, making it essential you hire the right real estate agent. I'm Greg Fanning with the Property Pros team at eXp Realty. Over the last 4 years, I have amassed a network of industry leaders to help before, during, and after your deal closes, resulting in a 5-star rating, leaving you with happy memories. Whether it's residential or commercial, relocation or investments, I'm the only realtor you'll ever need. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Wareham Stadium at HCCC. Halftime, we have a 1-0 lead for Upstate United against your United Elite Krajisnik Football Club. And sitting to my left here is my good buddy Anel Pajatovic, president of United Elite Krajisnik Football Club, and also involved with men's UPSL as well as a litany of other things. So, a lot of things happening with United Elite Krajisnik Football Club on the youth soccer side of things. A couple of big events coming up for us that all of our teams are going to be playing in with some specialty tournaments. Anel, what's going on with the club?
Thank you, Greg, for having me. It's nice and dry in the booth instead of being all wet out there since I was all day swimming. Yeah, a lot of things going on with the club. We got the Live Strong tournament coming up, which is big for us. We support that organization, with referees and trying to get teams, put it together. So that's really, one tournament that's really important for us that we're still looking for teams to register. So, scan that QR code to register or reach out to me. I put you in there. It's all going for, a good cause. And then we have one of our tournaments coming up right up here at, Herkimer College called Battle of the Hill. This right here, all proceeds are going to the sports for Herkimer. So, again, being a community college, you always have to fundraise, money for equipment, trips, if you want to go overseas or, have a really good preseason where, I know on the women's side we like to, go to and play different, schools out in the Northeast, especially in the New England area. So that's a big, tournament coming up. And, of course, if you're looking for a club to sign up and play for, registration's right here. We keep everything really low cost. We have our UPSL academies, and then we go down to local. And then, of course, we have ASO, which is more of a recreational type of program for us. So if you're interested, scan there, sign up. We'll reach out and definitely give you a little bit more information on that.
So one of the big changes and the big advancements with Krajisnik Football Club that took place this year was the introduction of UPSL Academy for our youth travel teams. Even a couple of our girls teams and boys teams have been participating in some EDP tournaments down in New Jersey and New York and Connecticut. So how did Academy come about, and what are some of the benefits if there is a player out there that's looking for next step travel play? What's the biggest benefit of Academy play for UPSL, and what does it open up for the future of that player?
Well, when I was looking at leagues to join for the club, I wanted something that's not too far. So, 2-hour driving distance, so parents can definitely make it there. Want a bigger stage for the players. As players advance, if you win your bracket, you go into a Northeast playoffs where you'll play other UPSL Academy divisions, and then from there, there's nationals. Plus, it's a low-cost academy too, so we don't have to cost an arm and a leg. So that's why it was really right fit for us. And this fits in our pyramid too, right? We have our men's and women's UPSL. So as these boys and girls move up within the age group, they have the ability to, be done playing after they're done with high school. And when they go to college, they can come back over the summer and have somewhere to play, keep the touches going, and, to keep their dream of playing soccer alive.
Well, Anel, thank you very much for your time. You're a busy guy, just like I am. We make a tandem team here building the club. So if you're looking for next level soccer development, progression in your play, trainings, one-on-ones, anything along those lines, Krajisnik is the premier club to get involved with your youth play. All kinds of different avenues for higher level play and trainings. And then also the Whitestown ASO program is really becoming the top tier for the ASO programs for Area 3E, which encompasses towns like Clinton, New Hartford, Camden, Oneida, Hamilton, those different areas. And Whitestown ASO has been growing exponentially over the last several years. So when you're looking to get involved with a soccer club that is really pushing the envelope on advancing a child's soccer career based off of what their dreams are, take a look at Krajisnik Football Club. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back in a short few minutes as halftime comes to a close here at Wareham Stadium at HCCC. Real estate sales and purchases are the most important transactions of your life, making it essential you hire the right real estate agent. I'm Greg Fanning with the Property Pros team at eXp Realty. Over the last 4 years, I have amassed a network of industry leaders to help before, during, and after your deal closes, resulting in a 5-star rating, leaving you with happy memories. Whether it's residential or commercial, relocation or investments, I'm the only realtor you'll ever need. Well, welcome back to the beginning of the second half of play here at Wareham Stadium at the beautiful HCCC campus in downtown Herkimer, New York. Easy for me to say right now. Big thanks during our halftime break to Anel Pajatovic for stepping in and doing a quick little impromptu interview, giving some insights as to some things that are involved, we're involved with as a club, especially the tournaments that are coming up. Really neat opportunity for youth teams to come up to HCCC, and if you're playing 11v11 format, you actually get to play on the same turf that the pro players for UPSL are playing on. So great opportunity for them. Krajisnik always pushing the envelope of opportunities for kids to experience what the pros do on a daily, weekly, yearly basis, and get to check out a whole bunch of different things. So Krajisnik coming out of the locker room right now. Players starting to come in. The goalies for Krajisnik were working all through halftime, getting some extra warm-ups in, touches on the ball, staying loose, staying warm. And Joel, my producer, was right before the game. He was sitting there going, you know what, about 8 o'clock it's going to stop raining. He comes over, he's like, guess what, the weatherman lied. So I guess we're going to have rain and wind and nasty weather for the remainder of the game. So everybody needs to blame Joel for the remainder of this game. He's giving me a double thumbs up from his booth. Good old Joel providing us audio and visual and the video and the lighting and everything here. Great producer, always putting together some great stuff, especially during indoor season. So big thanks to the fans that are here tonight in this like hurricane-like weather that we've been going on here, and also a big thank you to all of the sponsors, local companies that provide sponsorship dollars to UPSL, to Krajisnik Football Club, all of the different things that we are involved with. Without your assistance, we wouldn't be able to do half of what we do as an organization, setting the pace for elite soccer play, soccer development, soccer events, those different things that we do on a daily basis. So thank you very much to all of our sponsors. If you are a local company and you want to get involved in any way, shape, or form in helping out the club, not-for-profit organization, we are always looking to expand our rosters of sponsors for both the youth program, women's UPSL team, and also these men UPSL programs. Opportunities are available for logos to go onto jerseys, social media posts on our logos and bios on our club website. You name it, we pretty much do it. So if you're interested, reach out to Anel Pajatovic or myself, Greg Fanning, and we will be more than happy to discuss opportunities and customize things to what you're looking for your local company. So as we're getting started here, ref is at the at center pitch, and we are underway, second half. And right now, Krajisnik really needs to capitalize and equalize on the beginning of this second half, because right now there is a 3-2 lead for Greater Binghamton FC against Amlima FC, and if they win, then Krajisnik, all they need to do is at least tie, and we retain first place in the division. So the ball coming across to Riley. Easy chip in to Max. Max trying to volley. Unfortunately loses the ball. Ball coming down long line. Back into the middle. And United is on the attack, but the ball cleared out. And it looks like Krajisnik made a couple of adjustments to the players on the field, made a couple of substitutions. But for the most part, it looks like all but one player that came off of the field at the end of the half went right back on. So Victor Stashik is in. Looks like he came in for Adeline. So Victor Stashik, number 17. Those that watched M2 and came to our M2 indoor games this winter after the UCFC campaign was completed, Victor Stashik played for our M2 program with great success. that team going all the way to the finals for M2, playing in the playoff program there, extending in their season over what they were able to accomplish in year one, making the playoffs and making some noise in the playoff program there. So Victor Stashik was part of that entire program for this past winter. So Victor is now playing on far side of the field, taking over for Adeline. 2.5 minutes in. So Krajisnik really needs to come out here with some speed and some force. Different thought process with those crosses, because it looks like so Jorge Lozada getting subbed out. So Davi Moritzen comes in on a substitution.
Number 10, Davi Moritzen.
So a couple of different changes. Ball coming through. Ball's loose. Gordy is yelling and screaming at that ball across the line. It went off the inside of the post. Of course, we don't have VAR, so there's no way of being able to look at a video replay unless you're sitting in a pretty box like we are. But Gordy is livid, and now, fresh off the bench, Davi Moritzen gets hit in the side of the head. As we look at the replay, the ball crossed in, blocked, and that ball did not cross the goal. That was just saved, but that was Gordy's opportunity right there to hit the equalizer. And that's how strong Gordy is. He's always right where the opportunity is for the equalizers or to take the lead. In the game against the Shockers, he had a free kick that he buried in the back corner of the goal. As Wanalave working hard on the far side. Dragan continuing to play past halftime. The same intensity and veracity. Ricky Orozco, fireball in the middle of the field. Victor giving quite a bit of space, but it ends up being a Krajisnik throw-in. So Victor's going to take that throw-in from the far side of the pitch, as Krajisnik is trying to come out and get that equalizer quickly and take advantage of the fact that Greater Binghamton FC just might pull out their first victory of the season, and that would be a really good thing for Krajisnik to take advantage, get the equalizer, if not come from behind and win, and just re-cement themselves as the first place team within the division. Division play ever so important because of these short seasons, and everybody is real close together division-wise. Ball coming in. Different goaltender as well for Krajisnik. So Tyler Barth, number 20, coming in and playing goalkeeper for the second half. Tyler Barth played a little bit of the indoor league as well. Came in for some substitutions, started a game when Andrew was playing for M1 on the same exact day. So he got that opportunity playing in the M2 divisions. Victor Stashik feeding that ball up. Gordy. Max getting in the way. Nice play there. Gordy right in the vicinity, filling in that gap. Here comes one. Ball coming through. Here's Ricky Orozco. Wanalave with the give and go. Here comes Riley. Isn't quite able to get that ball in control and possess it. been the story of the evening so far for Krajisnik Football Club. The inability to be able to capitalize on those long passes and be able to retain possession of the ball on their feet. Great steal on the outside by the defense, coming up the outside of the far side of the field. Ricochet kick went off of Krajisnik. It's a throw-in for United. Goes right to Dragan. So Bakir controlling that far side. Then Max on near side. And Max is mauled. Nobody calls anything. Gordy comes in, has control, looking for the play, chops. Great through ball. Max comes down. Can he save it? Yes, he can. Goes into the middle, but defended by United. And there's nobody in the middle for Krajisnik. Oh, and Ricky Orozco is picked up and thrown to the ground. Yeah, I would say that that's a foul. And now there's going to be a conversation, and a yellow card is issued for number 30 for United. Rafael Samaja has been issued a yellow card for his play. So several yellow cards have been issued in this game. All three of them have been for Upstate United. And it looks like an argument is still going on between the referee. Rafael seems to have punched the ball versus just blocking it. No call from the referee for a handball. Krajisnik retains possession. Long ball in. Gordy is trying to set up for the play. Goaltender has it at his feet. Gordy jogs in. So at the 9.25 minute mark, Krajisnik playing a lot of high press, high energy. Through ball coming in, but that ball's going to go out of bounds, and Krajisnik gets another throw-in. As long as United continues to do this, all they are generating are turnovers and opportunities for Krajisnik to keep possession of the ball. The problem is Krajisnik has to get shots on goal and have scoring opportunities.
Go! Shoot!
Great heads-up play by Tyler Barth. Tyler gets the ball out into the center of the defense. Ball comes out wide.
Good.
Off Riley towards Max. Great through ball over to Gordy. Gordy trying to entice a throw-in for Krajisnik, but the ball stays in, just barely saved. Danielson gets tripped up, but he had fed the ball already, so no foul. Ball on the outside for Dragan. Covered by two people, thrown to the ground again. No call by the ref. And Bakir with the throw-in back to Tyler Barth. Barth back to Bakir. Bakir across. Max has the ball, looking for the cross. Gordy doesn't get there. Gordy's got to get there on that ball. Long throw by United. Ricky Orozco right there, right on top of, off of the United player. Makes the slide tacker play. Victor Steg, and somebody gets dumped on the far side. Looks like Dragan gets dumped on the far side. United thinks that it's their throw. Victor with a quick throw back into play. Riley passes back. Wanalave on the ball. Now Riley has it again. Riley looking for the play. Fancy footwork. Both players go down, and a foul is called on Riley, so it's a free kick for Upstate. Gordy's upset about how long it is taking Upstate United to initiate this ball into play. Bunch of headers going on after the ball has been initiated down by the 18. Dragan controlling the ball. Victor Stashik applying pressure. Ball goes out of bounds. There's Krajisnik throwing. Victor very quickly gets the ball back. Wanalave bringing the ball across into the middle. The field just continues to get hammered with rain up here in Herkimer. Gordy Gerson right there stepping over the ball, but a player for United is right behind him. Can't get the ball through to United.
Go, Velocity, go! Go!
And now we have a breakaway.
Velocity! Velocity, go!
There was a shot on goal from Upstate United. However, it was off target. So Tyler Barth retrieves the ball from the opposite side of the fence. And we're back out. Davi has the ball. Now Riley comes down into the bottom corner. Getting pressure from Upstate. 2 on him already. Back into Davi, right into the middle of the field. Switches it over. Dragan is right there. Back to Victor Stashik. Victor's got a leg on him if he chooses to utilize it. Davi in the middle. Max coming back on defense after the ball is taken and stolen away. Tyler Barth with an awkward pass, but gets the job done. And now there is a foul called. Player, actually they called it because of a player getting a potential cramp in both of his feet or legs. Ref calls for the trainer to come onto the field. Michelle Clark of United League Krajisnik Football Club, head coach of the 2012 Girls UPSL Academy team, who is also our trainer, coming out onto the field, make sure everybody is okay.
Oh, you went to the car? Yeah. Put the heat on. Oh, my whole thing's we're in Albany. Remember we had to go to work the next day? Yeah. I feel like tomorrow I gotta go to work. Oh, I don't. I can sleep in on the I'm gonna sleep really good. Yeah. This is why I feel
So Upstate United. Rafael Smaja arguing, trying to get possession of the ball. Drop kick. Alave over to Gerson. Gerson back to Danielson. Over to Ricky.
I was so tired the next day.
Dragan with the bicycle kick. Can it be saved by Gerson? He got down there. Slipped down in the bottom corner. Ball goes out of bounds as the rain picks up once again. These lights reflecting off of the field, you can just see how much water is saturated into this Pro Turf Stadium field. Getting really, really slippery. It's been raining here all day. Here comes Dragan looking for the cross. Oh, here comes Davi. Goes out wide to Gerson. Gerson cutting across. Pulls back. Left foot. Oh, and great shot by Juan. Saved by Nicholson. Runs out to the top of the ball, or top of the box. Rolls the ball out. Goes right to Victor Stasic on the long hit. Victor's right there again. One coming behind him. Gets the ball over to Ricky Orozco. Ricky Orozco violently shoved down from behind. And the referee pulling for his cards again.
Hey, Bolasi! Shoot!
And another yellow comes out for Upstate. This is the fourth yellow card issued to Upstate. 3 on players, 1 on the coaching staff. And now he is walking over. Looks like he's potentially talking to head coach Tarek for Krajisnik, maybe being issued a warning. Referee trying to calm tempers on the sidelines. Still an extended conversation, but now the ref returns to the middle of the field after having conversations with both coaching staffs. Wanalave with the ball. Coming into the middle. Long pitch over to Dragan. Dragan controlling and taken down again. And Dragan retaliates. Dragan retaliates, and there was just so much that Dragan was going to put up with. And a yellow card issued to Dragan. The Upstate player is still down on the ground, probably going to just pop right back up after he gets done with his drama show down there. But Dragan, there's just so much that Dragan is going to put up with before he puts you down. Dragan pleading his case. Another yellow card is issued for Victor Stasic. Goaltender for Upstate United coming out, having a conversation as well. I don't understand what he's getting involved with the conversation for at all, other than to stir the pot, possibly. He walked right over and issued a comment either towards Dragan or Juan Olave.
Rafa, tranquilo.
So as we hit the 20.5-minute mark, things have gotten to a fever pitch on the field. Players have lost their patience on the Krajisnik side of being knocked down and played more aggressively than normal. Upstate has showcased the entire game that they play the body first versus the ball. And the yellow cards have been flying.
Good job, Nick.
So we had a substitution for Krajisnik, trying to determine who came in to the field playing on far side. Could be Gavin Barth that came in, fresh legs.
that Kelvin, they're trying to get one at the right time. And none of them are
So now, ball coming up. Looks like Juan Olave. Long hit. Here comes Riley. Ever so dangerous and fast to get taken down. The referee does not call anything, calls it a clean play. Playing the ball. Ricky Orozco, Krajisnik trying to keep that ball in the offensive end. Now back into the neutral zone. Here comes Davi. Ricky Orozco back to Davi. Down to Juan Olave. Back over to Davi. Victor Stashik. Looking for that cross. Victor's got a big leg. Ball goes over the fence. Referee is now running over again.
3 of them. None of them is picking up. And I sent a message already. Oh, look at this.
And he has now issued a yellow to the coaching staff for United League Krajisnik Football Club. Krajisnik has had many opportunities. And here comes another one with a corner. Once the referee gets done writing all of the yellow cards that have been thrown in this match between these two teams, writes another name into the book and walks back onto the field. Upstate United making a substitution. Yaya Denzo comes off the field. So fresh legs on the forward position for Upstate United. Krajisnik gets ready, ball comes in, hooking in. Gordy Gerson right there, and there's a defender in the goalie. Yes, and we score. Bakir with the equalizer off the corner. Ball came in, defended by Upstate. So Victor Stashik with the goal, coming in at the 25-minute mark. And we have our equalizer, 1-1. United Elite Krajisnik Football Club goal scored by number 17, Victor Stashik. So United League Krajisnik Football Club with the equalizer at the 25-minute mark in the second half. 1-1 tie. And now with another opportunity, Victor Stashik being tackled in the box. Conversation with the referee telling him to back off and to cut it out. Krajisnik has the corner. Referee looking at what's going on with the physicality in the box. Ricky Orozco coming in closely. Ball bouncing all over the place. Saved by the goaltender. Ball on the outside. Arced back in. Goaltender right there. And unfortunately, Gerson is not able to make a play. If he made a play there, it would have been a foul because he's playing from behind. So he just got a finalized a final score in Binghamton Binghamton tied 3-3 against the Lima. So Krajisnik with a long ball coming into the goalie. So a tie down in Binghamton. So now it is up to Krajisnik to either match that or come away with a victory. Clean play, stealing the ball. Krajisnik stealing the ball out of the defensive end in the backfield. Drops it off for Juan Alave. Alave traveling up. Ricky Orozco on his backside. Here comes Gordy Gerson. Frustrated with the fact that he's got the ball taken off of his foot. He's had a long evening trying to generate offense for this team. Another opportunity. These long passes are turning into turnovers. Collision at midfield. Ricky Orozco in on the play. Gordy Gerson checking on the United player. Upstate United setting up for a long ball. Goaltender playing up. Gerson within the 10 paces. Riley with taking that right off the side of his head. Here's Davi. Great defense by Krajisnik. Here comes Riley. Riley coming up the near side sideline. There's an opportunity for him to cross it in. There's Gerson. Gerson takes the shot, but Upstate is right there.
Don't take the space now. Don't slow the game down.
Here comes Victor Stashik, reading it. It's like Ricky Orozco in the middle, keeping tabs and pressuring Itty from Upstate Empire. Or Upstate United, correction. Ricky Orozco on the outside playing D in the center. Gavin Barth on the outside. Victor Stasic. A lot of holding going on with the United player. Upstate United players getting back to grabbing and holding. Victor Stasic with the throw-in. Victor to Alave. Alave brings it up. Long pass. Trying to hit that through ball. Riley trying to put the ball through a player instead of connecting to feet on the front line. Really caused a lot of issues. You don't have Dragan on the Dragan Svetkovic. He's no longer on the field. He has called it a day with his play. So here comes Juan Alave. Alave through ball to Riley outside. Touch to Gav. Victor Stasic with the pressure, trying to steal the ball back. Ball back to the top of the 18. Battling on the outside, Riley. And a foul is finally called by the referee. There's more wrestling WWE going on the outside part of the far side of the field than there was actual soccer. Nicholson with the free kick coming out of the box. No pressure on him. Ball gets down to Edie. Stolen away. Ball brought up. by Max down the line. Beautiful ball over to Davi. So the ball went off of Davi, and then Upstate United kicks the ball out. Gerson nailed in the back. No call. There was no play for the ball at all. And the referee wonders why he had to issue 6 yellow cards tonight. Here comes Davi applying pressure. Gerson, full speed going in towards the goaltender. Still there, still there. Goalie can't use his hands. Ball goes out of bounds. Krajisnik throwing. Great pressure by Gordy Gerson. And here comes Max to take the throw in. So Max ready to handle the throw-in responsibilities. Goes into Wanalave. Back to Max. Max with the big cross. Riley was right there. Now a counterattack from Upstate United. Back to Tyler Barth for Krajisnik. Krajisnik resetting. Here comes Olave, but he waits for the ball, and now there's pressure on him, so now he has a battle. Max makes a wrap, goes back into the middle. Olave playing on the outside. Olave looking for Riley. Riley out to Barth. Gavin Barth. Gavin playing hard, trying to put that ball back, and he generates a corner opportunity for Krajisnik at the 34th minute of this second half. 1-1 tie between these two. 3-3 final score in Binghamton. Krajisnik has an opportunity to take the lead here, and if they walk out winners or a tie, they'll still have first place, but a win will give them the undisputed first place positioning versus a tie where they will be tied for first place. Wanalave going over to take the corner, arcs the ball in kind of low. Upstate United gets the ball out. Here comes Ricky Orozco right into the middle. Slide tackle pass over to Riley. Oh, and Riley knocked down with shoulder hit to the upper body. Came in at the same time. Kevin Barbosa called for the foul. Gordy Gerson.
See that guy, that type of shout, I think say, don't worry, the next one is your uncle. Tell the referee, the next one, you call that one a foul, the next one will be your uncle, then that will be a real foul. Because that was not foul. He knows. That's why
Upstate United making a substitution. So call it the end of the day for Rafael Smaja. He was the big workhorse for Upstate United for the day. So Gordy Gerson was going to take the kick. Now he goes into the offensive zone behind Juan. Juan steps over the ball, little chip. Great play, but they didn't get to the goalie. And the goalie was outside of the box when he initiated that play to kick that ball down, and the referee didn't catch it. The sideline did not catch it. So Armin Buño is going to come in, and Gordy Gerson calls it a day. Armin Buño returning to the pitch. Number 11, Armin Buño.
Entering the game, Armin Buño.
So the ball goes right over Buño, right into the beginning of this game. 37th minute, Bunyo is right in the mix of things. Bunyo, a long-time Krajisnik coach as well as a player. Darman Bunyo on the far side getting involved in the play.
Keep going.
Armin, one of the older veterans of this squad.
What a ball.
Cross from Upstate. Krajisnik trying to get the ball through. Had a nice through ball, but nobody for Krajisnik. There is no blue player for 10 yards on the far side of the field, the near side of the field, from where that ball was played. Davi is not there. Here comes Juan Olave to provide. He steals the ball off the foot. Krajisnik has an opportunity. Riley coming in, left the ball. He gets back onto it, and that one little flub, that Riley had cost them the opportunity to have a 3-on-1 in the goalie box. Great play by Juan, and unfortunately Riley was not able to control the pass and beat the defenders from Upstate United. That was their opportunity at the 38.5 minute to potentially take a 2-1 lead. Those opportunities are rare at the UPSL level. They didn't take advantage of it. Here comes Davi playing in the middle of the field, keeping control. Great trap and control. Bunyo in the middle as well, filling space. Ball comes back out. Header right through the middle. Victor Stashik coming back on defense. Ricky Orozco covering, trying to eliminate the opportunity for a cross, but there is one, and Juan Olave is right there to clear the ball. Armin Bunyo trying to get that ball. Now it comes back the other way. Great through ball. Armin was off sides, but great through ball opportunity. Here comes Riley. Oh, and Riley goes over the slide tackle. Quick throw in from Riley, limping all the way. Gavin Barth playing hard on the outside. Here comes Riley again. Armin Bunyo coming in for a pass, checking in on his foot. Doesn't shoot the ball, gets tripped up in the box, and he is beside himself. Happened 3 or 4 times to Gordy Gerson, and now Bunyo is added to that list of being fouled in the box and no call being made by the referee. And now you have pushing and shoving and tackling on the far side with Victor Stashik. So Max Pavlovic, or Pulowski, Max Pulowski calls it a day. United, Upstate United is right there, trying to get that through ball. Bakir in the middle, making a great defensive play. Ricky Orozco fighting off 2 players. Olave in the middle, fighting off another 2. Victor Stashik, Mr. Equalizer himself, passing that ball out wide. Gavin Barth bringing it back in. Takes the shot. No rebound, but Buño was right there just in case, crashing the goaltender. Goaltender doesn't seem too happy, walking right up on that top line of the 18. Riley over for pressure.
No, he'll be fighting for the ball behind you. He's so funny, bro. Man on! Dude!
Buño coming over as the ball comes to the near sideline to your press box. Upstate United bringing the ball into the offensive end, left to right on your TV screen. Davi with the through ball. Buño is pursuing. Goaltender comes out of the 18, passes laterally to far side. Victor Stashik right there. Puts another United player right on the turf. 43rd minute. Might have a couple of minutes of bonus time, but Krajisnik really needs to take advantage of this right now. Buño. And another player taken down from behind with a forearm. No call from the referee. Bakir clears the ball laterally out of bounds, so it's a throw-in for Upstate United. While a victory here is really what Krajisnik is looking for, a tie is just as good. Pause in play. Referee calling a player down, so here comes Michelle Clark, trainer for United Elite Krajisnik Football Club again. Trotting onto the field. She looks really cold out there.
The stadium. Let it go outside. Come on.
So Ben Dunkerley is the player down for Upstate United. Krajisnik trying to generate some offense towards the end of this game. It's been a hard-fought physical battle, to say the least, right from the get-go. And Upstate United wanted to assert their physicality, that's for sure. And they have done it all game long. Many questionable missed calls by the from the referees by both sides of the competition. And it looks like Denkerly is gingerly walking off the field. Upstate United making a... They have one player that is warming up on far side.
You know why? I'll tell you why. Because we don't kick the ball coupled. Like, we want to clear it. Like, you know how I say 50-50? You have to go with. Like, you either go for it or you don't go for it. He wasn't clearing the ball. Like, he was going for it. He could have hit it.
So Deckerly gingerly walks off of the field and has been subbed out. Upstate United back up to full strength with number of players on the field. Some fresh legs as we pass the 46-minute mark in this second half. So we are definitely in bonus time. Unknown how many minutes of bonus time that we have. It's got to be at least 3 to 5 with all of the disruptions and arguments and yellow cards that have come in the second half, plus a couple of injuries. So throw in for Upstate United as we get going here, and Tyler Barth with the save. Comes up to the top of the 18. Sends it. Missile coming down. half, and Riley has a breakaway, comes in on the goaltender. Goaltender had to make the play with his feet. Back to Ricky Orozco. Ricky Orozco working hard in the middle of the field the entire day. Victor Stasek and Ricky. There is a free kick coming for Krajisnik. Victor Stasek takes a quick kick right towards Bunyo, but Bunyo was behind the Upstate player. Bunyo now to the play. Comes down, big body player, big bodied forward. Throw in for Krajisnik. Davi was looking for the pass there. Bunyo misread it. Looks like the rain here at Wareham Stadium has finally come to an end. Wanalave coming across, gets the ball up. So now Krajisnik, there's a breakaway for Upstate United. Ball comes in, Tyler Barth gobbles that up, no problem. Great positioning, rolls the ball out. There's an Upstate player down, but he's getting back up. Victor Stasek coming through. Tyler Barth with another save. Krajisnik really needs to stop allowing shots to get in on goal. Another opportunity. Here comes Riley, full speed. Oh, and he's held up. Nobody calls it. Battling down in the bottom corner, looking for a cross or assistance of any kind. Upstate player giving him fits on the far side. Ball went out of bounds. Riley is arguing instead of playing. Krajisnik with Ricky Orozco and Juan Olave on the far side. Now Victor Stasek back to Olave. Olave has somebody coming in behind him, gets the ball out. Riley is right there. Olave with the chip. Doesn't quite get there, but Davi is attacking with ferocity. Ricky Orozco with the slide tackle. There's a breakaway. Here comes Tyler Barth. Gets the ball out. Counterattack coming through. Riley was at the top. So a fury of activity here. Back and forth towards the end of this game in bonus time. And offsides called. Krajisnik with free kick. They're trying to get something put together here really quickly. No telling how much bonus time that they have. But they need to work quickly, and they need to get going here. Davi in the middle. Here comes Bakir. Bakir in the middle. Gets in the way. Missed header by Upstate. Still on the foot of another Upstate player because they played backups. Victor Stasek over to Ricky Orozco. Ricky Orozco sends it. Armin Bunyo behind the player again. They cut in front. He wasn't able to get there. Bunyo taken down. Here comes Tyler, but Tyler didn't even need to make a play. Offsides. Krajisnik making another quick play. Looks like maybe Ricky Orozco in the middle of the field taken down. He's back up, trotting through. Right back onto the ball. Here comes Juan Olave. Olave with the spin move. Here comes Ricky Orozco. They got to move quick if they're going to move. Here comes Davi. Davi taken down off of the tackle. Cutting across. Great comeback defense. Ricky Orozco right there. Two Krajisnik players right there. Coming out wide. Riley's making a run. Gets to the ball. Bunyo's almost there. Throwing his hands up in frustration. Krajisnik with so many opportunities in this game. Only able to capitalize on one so far. And again, can't be much more time over the 45-minute mark for the end of the game. We're at 51 3/4. Stasek, that was the opportunity right there. Stasek went the wrong way with the ball, passed it behind. Now Upstate coming back behind. Stasek with that equalizer earlier in the game Ricky Orozco coming through. Pressure by United. Krajisnik needs to move quickly here. Switches the field. Stashik waited on the ball. Gavin Barth was trying to get there. He's quick, but he's not that quick. Upstate United taking their sweet little time. And that's the game, ladies and gentlemen, at 52 and a half minutes of the second half. All that bonus time. Your United Elite Krajisnik Football Club team comes out with a 1-1 tie, matching the tie earlier this evening by the match in between Binghamton FC, Greater Binghamton FC, and Amlima FC. So Amlima is 4-1-1. United Elite Krajisnik Football Club will also be 4-1-1. Both teams will have 13 points. Upstate United, in their sixth game, now they have a 1-3-2, one win, 3 draws, and 2 losses on their record for the season. A highly competitive game, very, very physical. Lots of questionable missed calls by the reffing staff, both sideline and main referee. But at the end of the day, Krajisnik takes care of business and handles themselves well. Tyler Barth, really good play in the goal, and good play from everybody really on the roster. Just wasn't able to connect those crosses, connect those passes down in the 18 and take the shots. Victor Stashik with the equalizer in this evening's match. And we'll see how this Krajisnik team is able to move forward and perform as the season goes on. So as we look forward, we do have UPSL women's games coming up in the month of June. And quickly pulling up the schedule for the Western New York East Division. United Elite Krajisnik Football Club is back in action at Herkimer College here at Warham Stadium. They will be taking on Syracuse FC on the 8th of June, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kickoff. So I hope everybody comes out and supports the team, men's team here on the 8th of June at 6 o'clock. Big thank you to my buddy Anel Pajatovic for sitting in and helping out with stats and also sitting in on the halftime interview. Joel, another great show and great production work and everything. Thank you so much for what you do. To the coaching staffs and the players, great game this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. This is Greg Fanning signing off for Krajisnik Football Club YouTube Broadcasting. We will see you in a couple of weeks on the 8th of June at 6 p.m. here at Herkimer County Community College. Everybody have a great week, and I'll see you on the 8th.